Can you live with trauma so long that trauma is all you know, and that you really don't know that you're not traumatized no more?
Because that's the hood. That's your comfort spot.
It's the hood.
That's your comfort zone.
It's sad, but it's so true though.
Yeah.
Because I feel as though a lot of
reality.
times we can move past trauma, but because trauma is innate to us, it's like black people, right? We're so used to being mad to a certain degree, we don't really know how to function if we weren't in a place of disenfranchisement.
Exactly. Imagine being.
We're not there yet.
So imagine living in a neighborhood.
Yeah, that part, that part too. But I'm just saying, like
if it ever happens,
but if it ever happens, I think it'll be tough.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like imagine living in a neighborhood where all you heard was gunshots, and then you move, say, fucking Elk Ridge, and you don't hear shit.
But is it a point where you got to? What is? I guess what is the defining point when you got to stop saying, okay, that was that. This is now.
When the reality changes.
But the reality can change, but your mindset may not.
It takes time.
Because it can keep you. I just feel as though your mindset can determine where you are more than where your location. And I think sometimes the mindset alone can keep you stagnant. But the thing is,
it depends on the circumstances. Because some people don't like. I think we talked about this like in a previous podcast. Like certain people have willpower to do better or like get out of the spot they're in. Other people just sit there like wait for people to try to pull them out.
I think I find it problematic or toxic when people use their trauma as like a badge. I
mean that's
that's all you. I'm not.
Even if it is all you know, at some point you gotta know. You gotta want to know something better.
Get it out of that. Getting away from that trauma, out of that traumatic area, like space, might be their that might be their accomplishment.
But how do you know you're in a trauma situation if trauma is all you know?
I think you know. No, you know you're in a trauma situation.
So. You think you know, but if you.
No, I said when once you know, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, once you know, that's the difference. Okay.
I feel like sometimes people, once they know, they still don't accept the healing.
Even though you know better, you still don't do better.
Right.
But even if you know better, sometimes you fall victim to your surroundings. If that makes sense. Like you might know. Like I just try to relate it back to hood and people. Like maybe some people I know how they grew up.
Yeah.
Like if that's all you know, but you get to college and you see what success is, but if that's all you know, even a better example, the NBA people, like NBA, NFL, like players, they grew up in the hood, grew up in the trenches, they grew up with drug men and moms and
right.
Some people they get to the NFL, make a lot of money, they know what it takes to get out of that, but they still hang with the same people because that's all they know. And we call them like, oh, they so stupid. Like, no, that's really just. But they just fell back into a trap.
So I guess more investment needs to be into the mindset of people because at some point, I don't like the excuses of when people say that's all I know, that's all I've been told. At some point, figure out some different shit. Mm-hmm. So stop using that as an excuse that like I ain't been taught that. Like, okay, we know that. All right, and like at some point it is an and. Like it's like all right, do better. Like you can't consistently. I feel as though. That's like a slippery slope.
That's why I think we need to invest into kids. Because I think when we get to our age and you try to enlighten people at our age, no matter how much they know,
they set their way. They set their ways.
Oh, really? Y'all really feel that way?
In most cases, yeah. I think so. Yeah. But I think if you can point these kids into a better direction and say it's a better way.
Impressionable.
Yeah, they're more impressionable than adults.
So you give up on adults?
I ain't saying give up on them. I mean, you still try to tell them when you can.
But you can't force an adult to do something they don't want to do. Kids like although you can't force it.
I want to flesh this topic out a little more.
No, I like the topic because it's just like it's one of those things where I don't want people to become victim to their own victimhood, so to speak.
Because like I think if you force an adult, they're gonna start fucking with you. You force a kid, either they're gonna conform and then
because they know you're more powerful. Typically.
Exactly.
I just don't want people to make excuses for themselves, and even I say this as to myself too. Like I don't make excuses. I try not to make excuses for myself. And even when I do, you got to tell yourself, you can't just be mad about what didn't or what did. Like for example, people always say, "Oh, I was raised with childhood trauma." Yes, childhood trauma is a thing. Most of us going to get it, whether we like it or not. You're going to get it.
Sound like you downplaying it, yo. And I'm very empathetic to the hood.
I know you're very.
I'm empathetic to it because I mean I understand like all people. Some people know better and just won't do better, but some people don't know better. Some people have maybe know a little bit, but it's hard for them to get out because they so entrenched in it.
I know that. I think all of that is true. I think all that can be true.
So just to say, yo, I'm
not saying dust yourself off.
Yo, just get out of there, yo. Pull up your bootstraps and get out of there.
Nah,
I mean,
nah,
some people can.
I'm not
and they just
palming
won't.
with this shit. I'm not palming with this shit. That's the Booker T.
Yeah, I mean, I remember we had a
Booker T.
heated. I don't want to call it heated episode, but a very lively episode when me and Palm were going back about that.
Self responsibility. No, I believe in self responsibility. I do believe that people just need help, and sometimes people need olive branches.
That's what it is.
Yeah, people need olive branches. But I'm talking to the point where as though people get olive branches, take the olive branch,
go back.
but they don't. At some point, they for the streets.
Yeah.
Like you can't.
Like I don't agree with them and not being, especially if you know better
Yeah.
and then you still especially if you keep getting told and you keep getting help and then you're not
So
progressing from there. Then
I won't be specific. We can all relate to this. We all have family members that came up similar to the same way we came up. Similar family structure, similar everything. Maybe they needed more love. Maybe they needed more of this, needed more attention. I get it. And then what happens is that deficit is identified and trying to be fixed. But they don't want to fix their own deficit.
yeah.
And then at what point can you be like, still being like, oh man. At some point it's like, but you don't want better. It has nothing to do with me, your childhood. Stop blaming everybody else. It's you. It's no longer the situation. It's no longer your trauma. It's no longer your parents. It's you. And that's what I guess I found a problem with most. Because at some point it has to be some self-responsibility.
Yeah.
But Melvin's still saying you got to give him olive branch. I get it. Though. You do got to give him. You still got to be some empathetic though. But
no, I think where my empathy goes away is if I give you the olive branch 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and it's like, then you're like not progressing from these olive branches that I give you. Then I think I fall towards where you are. Branch. Yeah. Now it's like, nah, I'm just taking the branch away.
Give him a twig.
Yeah.
Shorten the branch. They got to extend their reach.
I mean, like you said, to your point, yo, at some point you have to be like, especially as a grown man or woman, you gotta be like, yeah, they tried to help me.
Yeah, you gotta say, I took that out.
Now it's on me now.